happy 22nd birthday to Cooper DeJean, and part of his birthday gift is to appear on the Rich Eisen Show a couple days after being a Super Bowl champion. So happy birthday, Cooper DeJean. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You got it. So just hearing that back, what goes through your mind when you hear that pick six back, man?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Still doesn't feel real to me. That happened. But I'm just incredibly grateful to be a part of this group and this defense and what we've been able to accomplish all year. I couldn't have done it without those guys up front, and all of us in the back end just working together like we have all year to make that play possible.
Well, I mean, it's very kind and telling of you that you talk about your teammates here and such an incredible individual achievement in such a spot. Walk me through that moment from snap to touchdown, Cooper.
Yeah, so we were playing zone. Obviously, I was just dropping into coverage, dropping into my zone. Zach Bond ran through with the guy to the flat. It allowed me to fall back inside and pick off the crosser that was coming across from the opposite side. I don't think if I did pick it, I think Q might have picked it off too. But it just fell right into my lap. I had to catch it. I've dropped a couple this season, so luckily I caught that one and found the quickest path I could to the end zone.
Brother, I mean, you're playing on your birthday in the Super Bowl, man. Kid born in South Dakota, raised in, if I'm not mistaken, Odebolt, Iowa. Is that how you pronounce it? Did I say it correctly? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And a Patrick Mahomes thrown pass is spinning towards you in the Super Bowl. Is it slow motion time? Like, does that happen? It's like the Matrix? Like, what is it? What happened?
That didn't even cross my mind. I just saw the ball coming to me, and the first thing on my mind was just to catch it. And then, when I caught it, all I thought about was going to try to find a way to the end zone. Luckily, I got some blocks out there from the big guys, and was able to find my way in there.
And then that moment right there where you're celebrating with your teammates, what was that like for you, Cooper?
It was awesome. I had so much excitement. I was running around like I was a little kid. I didn't have any celebrations planned or anything like that. I just celebrating with my teammates. It was awesome. I was out of breath once I got to the sideline because I had so much excitement. I had to catch my breath because we had to go right back out there.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Most important question about it now. Where is the football? Where is it?
Hopefully one of our equipment guys has it. I gave it to one of our equipment guys. They usually take good care of it. And, hopefully it'll find my way back, find its way back to my locker.
If it's in Big Dom's lockbox, I think it's good. I think you're fine. I'm sure it is. And that'll go where? Like, where's that going, Cooper? Where does that go?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd probably put it up in a nice little case somewhere in my place or back home. I haven't really thought that far.
Okay, very good. I know you're just living it day by day, moment by moment right now. I get it. Cooper DeJean here on the Rich Eisen Show from the Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. You made a conscious choice of gear to show up to the game in. Is this your high school Letterman jacket, Cooper?
That is right there. OABCIG High School, class of 2021. I just thought, on the biggest stage, why not represent where I'm from, a place that's molded me into the person I am today. I grew up in a small town. Always had the dream of playing on the big stage, playing in the NFL. Always watched sports growing up, and it's something I had to work for, coming from a small town. And luckily my parents, they taught me, how to work for those things. And if I have dreams, they allow me to chase them. And I'm grateful for that, and it's helped me get to this point.
Yeah, what's the population of your hometown? How many people in there?
I think it's just under 1,000. Just under 1,000.
So what got you ready for the big lights, man? Because you seem to be real comfortable in it. I got to be honest.
I think that's just how I've always been. I think. I try not to let the moment get too big. Try to stay even keel the whole time. I played in a couple state championships in high school, Big Ten championships in college, big games in college. Um, I feel like I just had that always had that calming type presence. It's allowed me to go out there and play to the best of my ability, one snap at a time.
Cooper DeJean here on the Rich Eisen Show. How'd you get comfortable so fast in the NFL? Who helped? What happened? Walk me through that process, Cooper.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of the guys that we have in our locker room, the older guys, the veterans in our DB room, Slay, Reed, CD, Vontae Maddox, those guys just helping me and Q grow. Throughout ever since we got there, they really never treated us like rookies. They always, allowed us to speak freely and ask questions, talk about things in the meeting room, which helped us, play confident. And the things we learned from those veteran guys on the field, helped us a lot as well. And the coaches, behind the scenes, our DB coach, me and Q met with him, at least 3 times a week, just going over game plan stuff and different things we might see, watching stuff from around the league, just trying to give ourselves that confidence, to go out there, that we've seen everything on film and and we're ready for it all, when we step on that field.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that you had another rookie go through it with you too, right? In Quinyon Mitchell's presence. What about that relationship? Camaraderie, competition, friendly competition. What's the description here, Cooper?
I think we grew really close. We have a really good friendship, over our time, ever since we've got here. We've always just wanted to learn together. We're always watching film together, doing extra work together. Just us wanted to help this team win. And luckily we both got our shot to go out there and try and make an impact. Q started from week 1, and I got to watch him while I was playing special teams. Start on the defense, and he gave me confidence. To go out there when I got my shot to play confident and understand that I can play at this level. And I'm just grateful that I got to come in and learn with a guy like him.
And then there's an old warhorse who's your DC, man, in Vic Fangio. You're already smiling. Can you give me a great story as to how he welcomed you, got you ready, maybe coached you hard? I'll give you the floor on anything on that front, Cooper.
Yeah, I think he coaches everybody in our defensive room hard. Never really smiles a whole bunch. I've seen him smile a couple times when we won the NFC Championship, and obviously when we won the Super Bowl. But I just loved learning from him this whole season. What he's brought to our room. He talks about toughness and tackling and physicality. Every single day in our meetings, and that's what our defense did all year. We flew around to the ball. I think it's a lot of credit to him and the way he coaches us.
Yeah, I think there might be some through lines from Iowa, right, to Philadelphia in that regard. Seriously, like Ferentz getting you ready, the type of style of play, the hard coaching, the hitting people, the physical nature. Am I wrong? Am I onto something here?
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Going to the University of Iowa, you talk about physical football. That's where it's played at. The University of Iowa under Coach Ferentz, all 3 phases, from special teams, offense to defense, and then getting to learn from Coach Parker at the University of Iowa and what he taught me. And our whole defense, really just the physicality of the game. We were hitting every single day in practice. Everybody's running the ball. If you weren't running the ball, you'd hear about it in the film room or out at practice. And they preached perfection. They wanted us to be perfect in everything that we did out on that football field, from practice to the games. And I think it's preparing me really well for this moment.
Yeah, and then there's also the heart of it too, man. one of my favorite moments in sports is stopping to wave at the kids in the children's hospital looking into the stadium. That's the
Absolutely.
stuff. That's the stuff,
Absolutely.
man.
It's amazing. It's
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. Do you have a good moment with that, or just any good memories for that sort of stuff? Cooper?
Yeah, I think, just anytime you think about those moments, or, even when I was in college, just the emotion. I remember my last game at Iowa, the last home game. I wasn't playing, but I was on the sideline just looking up there, and tears rolling down my face, just thinking about that, and what those kids mean to our football team. We have a kid captain every week from the hospital, and guys going in there and seeing the kids and hanging out, just trying to put a smile on their face. Because we see, what they go through and their battles, and how strong those kids are in that hospital. It gives us that extra strength. I think out there on that field in Kinnick Stadium with them watching over us.
And what does Sirianni do that we don't know? There's so much from the outside of talk coming in, but how did he get you to the spot where that hat is on your head right now, Cooper DeJean?
Man, I think since day one, he's been the same guy every single day. He comes in, coaches with passion. Some people like him, some people don't like him. That's okay. He doesn't care. He's going to be the same guy he's always been. Preaches the details of the game of football, from tackling to taking care of the ball. Everything, within the game, he preaches it, and I think that's helped our team, play so well down the stretch. Obviously we got off to a little rocky start, but, I don't think his confidence in us ever wavered, and our confidence in ourselves ever wavered, because of our head coach and what he brings to the facility every single day, and his passion and just his drive for the love of the game. And, it helps us, a ton.
And who, before I let you go, who spoke to the team before you went out on the field in New Orleans on Sunday night?
It's usually BG. BG said a couple words, but Jalen Carter actually stepped up, and he said a few words prior to going out on the field, just talking about how this is our last opportunity. Why not leave it all on the field, and telling us that he's given us everything he's got, and he expects us to do the same. And I think we went out and did that on Sunday night.
So the Jalen who spoke to the team before the game was Carter, not Hurts, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
And what did that mean for you, being a rookie, seeing a second-year guy out there, follow up BG, the OG, and go out there?
It was really cool. Just he did it last week in the NFC Championship game as well. Just seeing a guy like him who's growing as a leader in his second year, and who plays with a ton of passion, and is just such a great football player. Just seeing him step up and hearing what he has to say, it gets you ready to go. Gets you, wants you, makes you want to give everybody all you got.
All right. Well, you ready for a parade, Cooper? You ready for?
Can't wait.
Can't wait. Have you gotten?
It's gonna be crazy.
I was about to say, have you gotten any sort of heads up about what's to come? Has anybody kind of prepped you about what this?
No
is
heads
gonna
up.
Okay.
No heads up, really. But I've seen the videos of Broad Street after the NFC Championship game and after we won the Super Bowl. So I imagine it's gonna be quite the scene.
Lit.
In Philadelphia on Friday.
It shall be lit. No question about that. And what an incredible way for you to celebrate your birthday. I think we got a shot of you with a cake right there. What cake was that? Was that like a celebration cake? Do I see like confetti in there or something like that?
It was I believe it was the guys on ESPN.
That's right. Yep.
On the set there, they brought me and Saquon a cake, and I was just eating it, walking around the stadium after the game. It was pretty good cake. It was pretty good cake.
That's awesome.
Man, what a life. What a life. What if we had told that kid maybe playing football in his backyard, back there in Iowa, that this is what's happening. This is what would happen as a rookie in the NFL. What would that kid have said, Cooper?
He'd be ecstatic. He'd be ecstatic. He'd be really happy, really excited if he knew that, one day he'd grow up to play in the NFL and play for this organization and play in the Super Bowl on your birthday, let alone score a touchdown.
Pick six
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. And then, then parade it up and then go about your business again. Are you going to bring the Lombardi to Audible? You're going to bring the trophy back home? I
don't know is that allowed? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Cooper, it might not be allowed, but it may be part and parcel of your new standing within, pick sixing in the Super Bowl. You might be able to ask, hey, what do you say? Can I get it for a day?
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if I could do that.
Yeah. How would Audible, Iowa welcome Big Dom? How would Big Dom look in Iowa? Guarding the trophy, Cooper. Let's go.
He'd definitely stand out. Amongst the small crowd in Audible, Iowa.
Yeah. Somebody would probably try to get him on their wrestling team. I bet.
Yeah. They probably would.
He'd have a scholarship offer by the end of the day. Hey, Cooper, congratulations on everything that just happened to you from jump to this current moment and everything in your career. And it's a pleasure to say hello to you after such a momentous occasion so briefly. Enjoy the parade and look for more of my invitations. And hopefully you say yes to coming back on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You bet. That's Cooper DeJean,
Oh, what a legend.
a Super Bowl 59 champion and one of only two humans to ever score a defensive touchdown on his birthday in the Super Bowl. Cooper DeJean. Fantastic. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.